Renegade, the captain is requesting your presence on the bridge.
I think the combat readiness check is looking good. Did you make that change we talked about?
Confirmed.
Great. And what's the readout from the turrets?
Scans indicate peak performance and ammunition is full.
Perfect. Here's hoping we don't actually have to use them, but I'd rather...
Have it and not need it, than need it and not have it.
Yeah. Good morning, Renegade. Hope I didn't wake you. Good. The senator pinged me. She has an update for us. Of course I'm happy. I might finally get to see some action. No, I had a good time on Dagas. I really did. But there's lives at stake here. I just want to see everyone safe, okay? Have a seat. Z, patch us through.
Opening a secure comms channel to Senator Lorana.
Andromeda, you look relaxed. You took my advice.
Yes. Between you and Renegade here, I took my first proper day off in nearly 2 years.
I'm glad to hear it. It's long overdue.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. It won't become a habit. I don't like taking too much time off.
I know you too well to have such lofty aspirations, Andromeda.
You appear to be in a good mood. Positive news, then?
Yes. The vessel docked safely in Elmere, and the refugees have been brought onto another ship bound for the capital. I took the liberty of sending a passenger-class cruiser. I wanted to give them some sense of comfort, the poor things.
So they're being cared for?
Very well, I assure you. They're being taken to a safe haven, where they'll be comfortable and protected, and if they wish, they'll be able to testify against the Aces.
Testify? Are we going after an entire Centaurus gang now?
We are building a case against them, yes. I was hoping that perhaps you might testify as well, both of you. If we have enough of a solid case to put a warrant out for their leader, then we might see an end to all this.
Kijani, it won't be that easy. I haven't seen Ripley in years, and there are things that happened under his care, if you can call it that I wouldn't even dare to speak of. I'm sure Renegade feels the same way.
I suspected you both might say that. Very well. I shan't push you. We may have enough to go on anyway.
How so?
We found some additional information. Footage from Theta Station just after Commander Rojex's murder. I'm sending you a vid. Open it. Do you see that ship docking in the private bays?
Renegade, is that? That's what I thought. Your old ship. Now, Angus's.
That ship did not follow proper check-in procedure, so no one knew it was there. Until this vid was given to us.
So how did we get the footage? Cameras from private bays aren't accessible to the public, only the private owner. And why now? This should have been put forward immediately after the murder.
There was an employee drinking on the job and had been in the habit of pulling footage selectively to avoid being caught. Apparently, his guilty conscience got the better of him and he took it to his superiors.
Any interesting connections with the owner?
Nothing that we found. I'm sending you what we have in case any details stand out to you, but she appeared to be clean. See, please fast forward the footage to 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 3 seconds.
Whoa. That's definitely Angus. Blood on his hands and everything. Boarding in a hurry.
If you look at the timestamp, you'll notice it was about 15 minutes after Rojex was murdered.
Holy shit. So Angus killed him.
By working backwards and pulling some strings, we were able to request private security footage that shows Angus entering and leaving Rojex's quarters. Furthermore, the Ace's symbol was painted on Rojex's wall. We believe it was meant as a calling card. Local officials recognized it and immediately ran a search of anyone with criminal ties to the Aces. They cross-referenced it with facial recognition on the station's surveillance system.
And I was the first to come up, because I was docked there and had been on the main security cams less than half an hour before.
Precisely. What's important, though, is that we now know that the Aces murdered Commander Rojex, and that it happened in between the mutiny and the kidnapping of the scientists.
What's on your mind? Agreed. Angus would never make that kind of move without orders. With the exception of the mutiny, he's never been much of a self-starter.
We know that the ship received a transmission while docked. While we don't have the content, we trace the signal to Centaurus City. My current theory is that he received orders to take out Rogex. As my searches within the government have turned up empty, it looks to me as though Rogex was his main contact, and somehow became a loose end. You disagree?
No, they're right. Ripley wouldn't just cut off his main connection to government. He'd kill someone close to his connection, though. And with the symbol clearly painted on the wall like that, I think Rogex may have been a warning to the actual connection.
You mean Rogex wasn't our mole?
I don't think so. At least he wasn't the only one.
Rogex worked with any number of connections within the galactic government.
But he was firmly pro-human.
So it's safe to assume whoever he was working for is human.
Possibly, but we're making an awful lot of assumptions here. What else do we know for a fact?
There is one more concrete thing. We've located their ship. Angus is keeping the scientists near you. They're being held hostage in orbit around Epsilon.
Why didn't you lead with that? Let's go.
I knew you'd say that. My team is assembled on board the Victoria and is en route to your location, accompanied by a secondary support vessel. They should rendezvous with you in an hour or so. You are free to command them as you see fit. Take prisoners if you like, but you are authorized to use lethal force once the scientists are safely away. The Aces are dangerous.
We know that better than anyone.
Be careful, Andromeda.
I always am.
That is still up for debate. Call me when the operation is complete.
Well, time to suit up. Hey, are you okay with all of this? I mean, I know you don't care for Angus, but what about the rest of the crew? Some of them we've known since we were kids. If taking them down doesn't seem right to you, I'd be happy to let you hang back. I wouldn't judge you. Well, of course I want you to come with, but not if it's going to take a toll on you. I'm not Ripley. I don't force people into things. Okay. If you say you're sure, then I believe you. I know that look. You've been chewing on something for the last couple of days. Spit it out. All right, I promise I will give you the benefit of the doubt and not immediately get angry. What is it? Yeah, I do really think the traitor's in the inner circle of the government. Why? You think Senator Lorana is dirty. Why would you think that? I see. No, I'm not mad. I understand where you're coming from. I checked her out myself. No, really. As much as it pained me to do so, she was one of the first people I checked. I'm not supposed to have access to that kind of info. Kira may have built in some resources that I should not have in my possession. She originally did it to keep an eye on her mother while we were away, since more than one person wanted her dead. But I kept checking in on Kajani long after Kira died, and when all of this started, I searched every data trail to see if she or anyone she worked with might be corrupt. While she can be cutthroat and is cunning enough to put most leaders to shame, she hasn't done anything out of line. Nor does she have any contact with the Aces. I looked for their digital fingerprints. They weren't there. How did I know what to look for? I might have repurposed the secure key from your comms device when you came on board. Yes, well, I didn't trust you then. I'm sorry. Here, take the extra blaster. I know I usually carry 2, but I'm gonna be a little weighed down as it is. I'll be carrying things that go boom. Assuming all the intel was correct and Angus hasn't peeled off to resupply anywhere, then there's a shit ton of that serum on board the ship intended for distribution. That can't happen. The plan is to split Kajani's forces into 3 teams. 1 team boarding through the main entrance doors by the bridge, and 1 team joining us through the cargo hatch. We'll move in a pincer formation, taking them down as we go and lock them in at the crew quarters. The remaining team will slip in behind us and collect the scientists, and when we hear that they're safely away, then the main objective becomes to blow Angus's ship and all its cargo to dust. And if I get a chance to kick Angus in the shins while I'm at it, I'll gladly take that opportunity. Just promise me you'll be careful, all right? Good. Let's get ready.
The rescue team has confirmed the scientists are safely aboard the ship, Captain Hayes. What are your orders?
Keep placing charges. I'm setting the last one of 4 in the cargo bay right now.
2 have been placed on the bridge. 1 more is being placed near the crew cabin. We've killed off most of them, but the big brute and a few stragglers are about ready to break the door down. Once they get through, it's over for us.
Place 2 more charges in the engine room and notify me when it's done, then get the hell out.
It will take time, Captain.
I'll buy you some of that. I'm going to Angus. Just get back to your own ship when you've finished setting them, got it? Don't wait for further orders, just clear out of range.
But Senator Lorana said...
To follow my commands, didn't she? Do not place yourself at risk. Do as I ask, understood?
Yes, Captain. Good luck.
Same to you. Okay, it's set. Let's go. The remaining crew are pinned down in the sleeping quarters. Let's go take over there, see if we can't get Angus to chat and give Kajani's team a chance to get off the ship. Renegade, if push comes to shove. What do you mean you're not leaving me behind? This is my mission. One I've accepted. One I've sworn my life to. This is not your fault. This is Ripley's fault. And you dying for his selfishness isn't going to help anyone. Let me do the talking, okay?
Oh, isn't this sweet? Our little cockroach lived, scurried off, and found you once again. How long has it been, Hayes?
Not long enough, Angus. I hoped I'd never have to look at your hideous face again, but here we are. Neither of us are good at small talk, so let's cut the bullshit. What's Ripley planning?
Are you gonna pay me more than Ripley's offering?
Sure, I'll give you your life. I doubt Ripley will do the same when he finds out that the scientists escaped from right under your nose.
I've got something more valuable to offer him. The chance to get revenge on his former recruits. Both of whom seem to have forgotten who fed and clothed them when they were starving, snot-nosed orphans.
Yeah, brainwashing a bunch of kids into a life of crime is a real class act. One day he's got you stealing someone's wallet, then before you know it, you're destroying people's lives and profiting from it. Trafficking, Angus? Really? The Aces have gotten into some seriously low shit if they're making their money off the sale of people.
150 people to be exact, totaling millions of credits worth of investments. And this valiant asshole friend of yours set them all free and covered their tracks. We still haven't been able to track them down. Ripley gave me an order not to come home until they're all accounted for. And I intend to go home. I suggest you stay out of my way.
You're doing his dirty work for the promise of his shit rolling downhill onto you? I never pegged you as a smart man, Angus, but damn, read the writing on the wall.
And who are you to judge, princess? If that little hero hadn't messed up with your pathetic smuggling operation all those years ago, you would have been right alongside us. and getting your cut like the rest of the family.
Captain, the charges have been set and we're clear of the ship.
See, that's where you're wrong, Angus. I'm no saint, but there are certain lines that even I draw. There's no amount of money you could offer me that would convince me to enslave other people.
That's certainly not what Ripley said when he found out about your little hero here. I believe the exact quote was, "Wish I had kept the other one instead. This wouldn't have happened with her in charge."
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You disgust me.
The feeling is mutual, sweetheart. It's a shame we'll have to cut this reunion short, but I am sick of talking.
Look out!
Boys, take him down, and let's get to the fighters.
Come on. You weren't hit, were you? Good. Shut the door and shoot the control panel. Well, that will hold them for a little while. We need to go. No, I'm fine. Just grazed me, that's all. Set the countdown.
Detonating in 90 seconds.
What? I told you I was just grazed. Okay, maybe it's a little more than a graze. Can you be pedantic later, please? Oh, there goes the door. We've got to get out of here. No, I can walk. My legs work just fine. Okay, I'll put my arm around you, but you're not carrying me. What are you muttering about? This is the second time I've gotten shot because of you. Well, third time's a charm if you want another go. I thought it was pretty damn funny. Z, get us out of here.
Captain, your vitals are waning.
I'll be fine, Z.
Your biomonitor says otherwise.
Just go. That whole ship is about to be blown to pieces. We gotta get clear.
Acknowledged. Detonation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There she goes. Good fucking riddance.
Bogies incoming. 3 small fighter craft are tailing us.
Oh, shit. A few of Angus's men must have made it out.
Initiating evasive maneuvers. Please take the captain to medbay and connect her to the system.
No, I'm fine. I'm just coughing up a little blood. I'll be alright, Z. We can worry about me once we're not being chased. No, listen. Z can't do it alone. There's something to be said for human intuition in a situation like this. I need to help her get us out of here.
Renegade, I must insist that you take the captain to medbay at once. I will continue evasive maneuvers until you are able to assist.
Don't you dare. Put me down. I can...
Now booting medbay services. Please act quickly, Renegade. She doesn't have much time. Mind the medical droid. It will begin working to stabilize her if it can. Please return to the cockpit, Renegade. I cannot shake the remaining 2 fighters that are tailing us. You do not need to be at her side to keep an eye on her. Now pulling up her biomonitor on cockpit display. You are claiming that you do not have authorization to co-pilot the ship. That is incorrect. You are no longer a guest. Captain Hayes has given you co-pilot authorization. Yes, she did. Renegade, I do not mean to increase your stress levels, but if you do not take command of the Zephyr soon, the captain's health will make no difference, as we will all be debris orbiting this planet. A wise decision. It does not appear that you require my assistance to fly this spacecraft. You take to it quite naturally. Firing main guns. 1 remaining. Please take us into that debris field and loop around. Target destroyed. No enemy pilots remain. Scans of the area indicate that there are no survivors and the enemy ship is a complete loss. I will send a status update to the Senator's team on board the Victoria. Well done, Renegade. Renegade, something is wrong. I am losing the captain's vitals. You must help her. Hailing the Victoria. This is the Zephyr AI under command of Captain Hayes. The captain has suffered severe injuries and her life signs are failing. The co-pilot is currently administering CPR, requesting immediate assistance.